Howdy, partner, and welcome to a Paradise Lost podcasting channel. This here's your marshal, Cody. My pronouns are he, they. Joining me as we put the weird into Weird West is...
Hi, I'm Christina. Pronouns are she, they is fine as well. I am playing Emerson Drez. She runs the local theater, and as you will come to learn, she has kind of a paranoia or phobia of birds.
Hi there, everyone. My name's Brendan. My pronouns are he, him, and in this game, I'll be playing John Liberty, the high-kickin' sheriff of Caliente.
Hi, my name is Britt. My pronouns are she, her. I'm playing Cassidy Burke, but her friends can call her Sid. Cassidy's a widow who owns a bar, and she always carries a Zippo but doesn't smoke.
Hey guys, my name's Tyler. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm playing Jackie Dawson, kindly and gentlemanly barber of Caliente.
Hey, this is Michaela, she, her, playing Doc Cavell, and she is the town doc who does the best she can in these violent times to walk the line of not adding to the cycle of death, which can be difficult sometimes.
Hi, I'm Alex. I go by he, him. I'm playing Samuel Mammon as the town preacher, a man of spirit and soul and family.
And without further ado, we present to you Deadlands, a fistful of ghost rock.
I'm sorry, but okay, we got a name, if that's your real name, who knows anymore, but who exactly are you?
A guide of sorts. You all have destinies beyond your own control, and I am simply here to play my part and guide you through the wilds to your destination so that you too can play your part.
What's this destination?
I mean, I sure do hope that that destination involves where Sam's kids got taken off to, because that's where we're heading, right?
I hope so.
They were not,
Sam perks up at that.
I am meant to guide you to a specific destination. I don't know where Samuel's daughters are.
What? Why did you say his name?
Does she say the name in a way that sounds like she's familiar with it, or it's like
she says it like she was going to say another name, but as she's saying that name, the words coming out of her mouth pronounce your name the proper way, and she is upset by this.
Yeah, I caught it too. I was just like, that's a very awkward way to say his name. Mm-hmm.
So weird visual thing that it's in my head, so I have to get it out here. Is it like when you're watching a movie that is in a different language, but the dubbing doesn't sync up properly?
I kind of headcanon imagine it more as like she knows him by another name, and like someone using that name that's different than what they're used to, and they're like, yes, Samuel.
A little column A, a little column B. It's like the last syllable of his name was dubbed over. Like Sam came out just fine. It's the end of his name got dubbed over by a Korean voice actor.
Really specific.
Y'all were right to catch that it was off.
You're right to assume it was.
Yeah. Say how we were expecting someone else. The rest of you were expected. Emerson, Valerie, Cassidy, John, Jackie, but Samuel,
So, sorry, what he, I know what he said. So Samuel stands up. So you don't know where my girls are?
Haven't seen them. There's, how are they, how old are they?
How, like, you described this as a young girl, like,
about Maggie's age.
Okay.
Wait, isn't Maggie the youngest who's like 5?
No,
Maggie,
I'm just really shitty at voices.
12 or something. I'd have to check my notes, but
Lily is at least 18. I know that one.
no, I purposely did not write a 5-year-old into my story. That seemed a little like I don't want shit happening to a 5-year-old.
Lily is 18. I do have that in the notes. I'm trying to find Maggie's age.
I think Maggie's like 16. Like, they are older than my voice for them sounds, but I have to have I've got like 1.5 female voices, and I gotta make them younger than the old females.
I hear that.
I understand. It's hard for me to do men's voices without them sounding feminine.
Okay, in my notes, Maggie's like 15, so yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe your age abouts. One's a bit older.
Oh, that's fortunate. See, if they were younger, the nature spirits tend to look after them and shepherd children back to where they belong.
A thought occurs to Samuel, and he asks, or kind of like gets an odd look in his eye, and he's like, "How old are you?"
Let's see. She begins to count and kind of trails off in thought.
By this point, Samuel has also kind of pulled himself back together a bit, and is like, I don't know, the shocker though, whatever's been going on with him is like, he's kind of back in control and starting to like have critical thinking going on again and all that.
About 4 millennia.
Okay. I'm sorry. No, my girls are definitely younger than that. You are, you appear young for your age.
Being a timeless spirit does have that effect. But if your daughters are here, and I'm meant to guide you where you're meant to be, then surely they'll be along the path. Fate has a weird way of weaving our webs between each other.
So, we have basically no leads whatsoever on, like, the logic of this place and where they might have ended up, right? Like, Samuel's basically got nothing to work off of, right?
Yeah, he's got very little for how traversing the place works, how time works. Like, there's stories of going into the spirit lands are as few and far between as they are verifiable. Like, the couple that you have heard about are usually from, crazy people like Emerson.
Okay.
You say crazy, but I was right about that bird.
And that's what makes it the worst. No one will ever believe you.
Well, I guess Samuel kind of looks around at the group. What should we do?
Oh, well, Sam, that's easy right there, buds. We do what we were going to do anyway. We go save your little girls.
Yeah, but where do we start?
Yeah, we kind of need a...
Well, when I don't know where to go, I just kind of look to the sky for inspiration, then just kind of start following wherever, like, smells like home,
On that, Samuel just kind of, like, tilts his head and looks out the window at the sky.
Make me a spirit roll.
All right.
Which one of us?
Everyone.
Oh,
you try not to be struck by lightning by looking up to the sky. No. All right. As Samuel looks up to the sky, for a brief moment, the dark doom and gloom of the Shadowlands that y'all are in is broken up with a beam of light coming from somewhere. It's hard to tell where it's coming from. Well, I guess it's easy to tell it's coming from the ceiling, but there's no spotlight up there.
So is this like, I'm trying to kind of visualize this. Is this more of like, the god rays that come through the clouds from the sun, or is this more like UFO beaming up the cow, or
aren't they the same thing?
Yeah, quest marker.
This is very much like god rays illuminating Samuel like he's starring in the opening scene of The Godfather.
Oh, nice. Well, that story ends well, so I'm sure ours will. But it like shines down on us. This place.
Samuel specifically. As he gets a little bit of divine guidance.
Okay.
There is a tugging in your gut that pulls you towards Magdalena, at the same time giving you a sick feeling, like you get hit with a wave of vertigo as you are pulled so intently that you kind of sway in her direction, and then you get dizzy and fall over.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You had some very intense feelings just now that I'm going to give you those feelings and let you interpret them as you would.
Okay. He sits there for a second. And then just I think we go with her. Did anyone else seem to react to noticing this light?
Everyone did see that light, so I'll let y'all react how you would.
Jackie appears wordless and still very skeptical as the knife hasn't been lowered yet.
You said the light kind of washed over Samuel, right?
Correct.
And he got those strong feelings. Sid still had her hand on his shoulder. Did she feel anything different, whether it was from the light or anything at all?
No. Like you feel the warmth like a ray of sunlight is on your hand, but you don't get any of the same vertigo that he just got.
Okay. So seeing the light kind of, I guess, come down and she'll feel it on her hand, but nothing like how he felt. She would kind of yank her hand back, kind of look at him. Samuel, what just happened?
I mean, he's never experienced anything like that before, right? Or has he?
Correct. He has never experienced anything like that before.
Divine inspiration, maybe? I don't know. It felt... I mean, I don't think I've ever felt a pull that strongly to a person before, I think. Yeah.
Oh, well, don't go telling your wife that, By the way, anybody got any, opium or something? I seem to have got a wound here that I would like to maybe get patched up.
All right. So, somebody with a doctor's kit makes a healing check.
I mean, couldn't we just bypass the doctor bag and just go straight for the magical healing?
I mean, you're the one that's got both of those options, dear, so you tell me.
I also have a handy-dandy healing salve you gave me at the start of this fun little mission.
10 minutes and a heal check, and they can heal you. Otherwise, 5 days to recover on your own.
Oh, all right, so this is on me as a player. I forgot I had these, which might have sped this all up. But Samuel pulls out his spectacles of spirit sight and puts those on.
Cool, buddy. Let's get Brendan healed.
I'll jump in and go help Brandon. I didn't realize he was injured. I zoned out for a moment. But yes, I will go help magically heal Brandon, which goes a lot faster.
Oh, I was gonna assist you with inspiring, so never mind.
Inspiration.
Hooray, I'm getting healed.
Yay! Let me look up how to heal again. I gotta go recall how to do that.
Right. Last time we tried this, it was session 3. That was months.
Alright, so I rolled healing and got 6 successes. Is he healed?
Holy shit.
Yes, he's healed. Describe what your healing magic looks like and bump it up a little more flashy, because it's definitely more flashy in the spirit realm.
So Doc Val kneels over next to John. Where's your injury, by the way?
I think it was in the stomach area is where I got slashed at.
Well, that's not fun. So she'll reach in her kit and pull out some medicinal-looking, questionable ingredients, and you'll see her kind of blend things together. And there's kind of colors, waves of color and kind of sparkle coming off it here in the spirit world. So the ingredients are probably a little weird. And then she kind of rubs them between her hands and then waves her hands over John's stomach and abdomen area to magically heal him. You'll see the waves going into the wound and kind of skin closing together where the color waves are coming off of, the greenish and purple mist-looking waves.
Oh.
And you're healed.
With your spirit seeing spectacles, Samuel, you see a dryad looking creature Dryads are the forest maenads, right?
That's
Yes.
what the Magdalena girl looks like through those.
No, that is what is hovering over Val, almost superimposed.
Oh, okay.
As she mixes the herbs, it kind of materializes from the
Concoction.
mortar and pestle that she's putting it together in, and then superimposes itself over her and stitches John shut with thread-like vines.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, like I said, weird life.
Looking up from John being healed, your gaze falls on Magdalena, who, with your newfound true sight, you see is split in half. Her right half looks almost like an angelic form of your daughter, your youngest daughter, whereas the left half is shrouded in nearly unbreachable shadow that seems to move and seems to constantly be moving and reshaping itself, but maintaining the same shape to mirror the other side's appearance as far as you can tell, but it's hard to see through the shadow obscuring it. She, with Jackie's knife still to her throat, looks almost bored in the moment as she leans against the door frame.
Samuel just kind of like stares for a moment, I think, like taking it in and trying to process it. I think after a moment, he just takes the glasses off.
Like there's definitely something simultaneously inviting and repulsive about the figure that you were able to see with the spectacles.
Right. And I think the instinct, the gut reaction or divine inspiration or whatever that was, like makes more sense to him now, I guess.
Good. The spirit leaning against the door frame kind of picks at her fingernails with one hand. You know how you kind of like pick at your fingernails with your thumb out of boredom? That's what she's doing. Like, she's patiently waiting, but she seems unamused by everything that isn't getting up and going.
I was just gonna look at her sitting there kind of bored and just kind of stare at her for a moment and just be like, I'm sorry if we're boring you, but we just had a real hard time. It might take us a bit.
Well, of course. Take all the time you need. Andrea, she can wait.
So since he put the glasses on, does it kind of reveal her to like the rest of us, or can only he see the little split dynamic?
Only your boy with the glasses.
Yeah, so I guess he's going to perk up a bit at that. I think in the moment he's kind of like, all this has happened, and the suddenness of having to worry about his daughters kind of like overwhelmed the original point of this, which was to find his wife. And that comment definitely brings it back. You know where she is. That's why you're here.
I'm here to assist you in performing your roles in this web that's been weaved, and I can't say much more, but we know that it is destined for Samuel to find Andrea.
But I wasn't expected.
You weren't. You were, but you weren't.
Samuel just looks kind of like perplexed by this. Can you give us the room for a moment? I need to talk for.
Did you say excuse us for a moment?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, sorry, I didn't hear it. Yeah, she'll just kind of back out of the doorway. I'll be around when you're ready to continue along your path.
Jackie's gonna like subtly shove her out with the flat edge of the knife, like cheekily.
Yeah, she's you nick like as you shove her out, she leans into the blade a little bit, making eye contact with you as she nicks her neck on the blade, and then a small trail of blood drips down. Like, not like she didn't slit her throat, but like, you know, the little cut, just enough to draw blood. And she smiles. Yeah.
So once we're alone, or apparently alone at least, I don't think Samuel's really under any illusions that we're gonna have total privacy here. But you know, whatever we got. He kind of tells the group what he saw when he was wearing the glasses, and that it, kind of repeats like the feeling he had internally about how it kind of jives with the inspiration he felt, or if that's what we want to call it, when the god ray and all that. And he basically is like, guys, I mean, I don't trust this thing. I don't trust that it taken the form it has. It almost looks like Maggie, but like, what other leads do we have?
I'm going to ask a really weird question. What is Maggie's full name?
It is, it's Magdalena, like the spirit, but that's...
Emerson just kind of stares at Samuel and like slowly like turns her head to the side. You don't think there's any relation there?
Of course I see, it feels like this thing is taking my daughter's form. It like I said, I don't fucking trust this, but like, what else do we have? We just wander out into the hunting grounds?
Well, I mean, you just know that's how I got here, so it doesn't always get that bad.
Samuel kind of looks at John like an odd look, but like, I guess we're not going to touch on that. Like, he's not going to touch on that. Like, that's an interesting story, but this seems like a bad time to explore.
I mean, what other leads do we have to go on? We can either start wandering around trying to figure things out, or we can trust in this first person who has come to that has not tried to murder us. Fog.
I don't know that I wouldn't say trust, but to lead, we keep our eyes open as we always have. We trust each other. I think that's all we got, really.
Yeah, I can deals with that.
I mean, how does everyone else feel?
Here to help you, so whatever feels right is kind of your whole thing.
I just think we need to get the fuck out of here. I shouldn't even be here.
All those names are ridiculous, by the way. Oh my god.
Listen, I just don't think that any of us really wants to be here any longer than we needs to be. So, if this thing says that we got to go deal with Destiny or whatever's, I mean, Destiny's kind of a bitch, but like, how's most of us ended up here? So, it ain't all bad, right?
I don't like this Destiny bullshit. Been running from that shit for a long time, and I don't intend to stop now.
Oh, I mean, I don't either, but listen, man, like my friend's wife is in trouble, and I ain't keen to have someone else lose someone that they love, or something that they love, whatever.
So we go for it. Keep our eyes open.
Keep our eyes peeled, and if she wants to mess with the town council at Caliente, then she's gonna have to deal with my boot and Jackie's razor blades.
Don't speak for me.
I don't think it's going to work out how you think it is, but we'll just keep an eye on it.
Honestly, I'm not sure how I see it working out.
I meant more the trying to take on the spirit and actually winning if it's actually 4 millennia old. I don't think that's going to fare so well for us.
Yeah, there's that. I mean, like I said, I don't trust it, but having seen how it looks in a spirit sense, I don't think there's any reason to trust it, but at the same time, it did display half in the light sense. So
I think at this point, we either just gotta agree to go along with it or go our own way. And I feel like it's not really gonna let us go our own way. It's to keep showing up or like sitting on the periphery until fine, we'll accept your help. So we just gotta decide and quit. At least that's how I feel.
yeah, so we vote, or we just go
At the comment, Jackie just kind of wordlessly walks out,
like,
muttering
towards where the girl went.
outside of the building, muttering something about how Destiny's bullshit.
As you leave the building, you standing in front of you is in front of is a weird word. Off in the distance, we'll say. Like it was far enough out that y'all didn't see it out the windows while you were talking. You see a man sitting atop a horse and what looks to be a legion of soldiers with him. He's sitting tall and rigid, slowly approaching the jailhouse. You can hear bugles playing the Confederate national anthem, God Save the South, as they slowly get closer.
Oh, no. I do not like this one little bit.
We go?
Last time I heard that, we was at Gettysburg. We're getting out of here.
All right, we go. So I guess Samuel goes towards the door where the spirit walked out of.
Yeah. As y'all get going, you hear a yell from the man on the horse. He shouts, "John Liberty, by the power vested in me by the Confederate States, of America, I, Thomas Jackson, do hereby sentence you to death for your crimes at Gettysburg. As the Legion begins to charge at you all, the orange glow around John gets more intense. Like, at this point, it's kind of become a background, kind of invisible to the mind's eye, like how your eyes can't see your nose. But now it's very much visible again.
Oh, now I'm trying to look at my nose.
It glows brighter as John's hair grows longer, as the Legion draws in closer. And you feel as you're all looking at the Legion, you feel the ground begin to rumble behind you. Do you take your eyes off the Legion, or are we just bolting?
I'm gonna look to the Legion, and I'm gonna just holler out, oh, Yos, is that you, Jimothy? It's so nice to see you. I thought Yous was dead. Guys, Yous all probably wants to start running. That's an entire Legion Federate soldiers. I don't know how much you want to try and beat them up, and it's not going to be fun. It's not even going to be fun for me. I mean, it will be fun for me, but I don't know how long it'll last.
So your plan is to take on the entire Legion by yourself and not run with us?
Oh, gods, no. I was going to just distract him and then start running.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jackie's going to opt to look away from Dixieland, just sprint away from the gigantic army of Southerns.
As you are sprinting away, you see crossing over, kind of jumping over y'all like Godzilla taking a step over, a giant orange hairball, anthropomorphic hairball with knives affixed to the bottom of his shoes. Jump over you all and crash into the Legion as a wall appears behind them, trapping them between this fucking creature and the glass wall, as Gritty, the ultimate enforcer, just checked an entire Legion into a wall for his boy.
I appreciate you, Red Giant. Go Birds.
Emerson just looks over at Sid. Did you just put something really strong, like, in a drink that somehow I don't remember drinking? And I don't anymore.
Guys, he's gonna have to go. He just put him in the penalty box. That's only like 4 minutes.
So yeah, is the spirit there through the door now?
As y'all make your way out of town, you see the spirit is waiting for you on the edge of town.
But by the way, Brendan, I want you to know that like my headcanon for your spirit is basically Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Cassidy just looks at Emerson and she's like, I didn't make anything that strong, but if I did, I think we're gonna need more.
As y'all get ready to leave, the red giant shrinks down to more human size. He flicks his head back as his eyes wobble in their sockets, and he just nods to John and then turns into like a Tasmanian devil tornado. And as y'all leave town, familiar screams can be heard. Screams John's heard before. The screams of foot-based war crimes being committed.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Magdalena meets you all on the edge of town. So I see one of your faces called up to you, but you've made a good choice in life. It's been a while since I've seen the red giant, and you seem to have his favor. Good for you, John. Good for you.
Yeah, Wells, I try to live my life the way that he would have wanted. Also, if they ever catch up to me, I am going to kick their asses, literally. But right now, got to help my friend find what he loves.
I'm going to crack your foot knuckles at him.
I'm not going to crack any foot knuckles. Stop saying that.
All right. So Magdalena leads you all out of town and north along the footpaths. As time passes, you all see fewer shades and more nature spirits kind of moving around freely. They glow different colors associated with different elements. You all make your way to a large canyon where there seem to be glowing fish swimming through the air. And then at the edge of the canyon, Magdalena stops for a moment and turns to you all. This is where you will all be tested. Are you prepared to look within yourselves in order to find your way through the darkest part of your life.
Just help me get to my wife,
This is the fastest way.
and I'll do it.
I like my self-denial plenty of things. You can shut off.
You know, Mr. Dawson, though you are more than welcome to turn around from here and go back. But we both know you can't turn back, can you? You have to push forward.
And why exactly is that?
So we don't know the same thing, and you haven't seen him following you.
I guess I'll make a note roll.
I think Notice is the one that would cover that, kinda.
Yep.
Oh yeah. You remember how whispers are screams sometimes? You hear loud and clear. Jackie Dawson, you are sentenced to hang by the neck until dead by the power vested in me by the government of the United States of America. Nobody else hears this. You do kind of hear everybody. The party does kind of hear faint whispers. As Jackie, you turn around and out the corner of your eye see a kind of like a wraith in a duster floating. Doesn't seem to have any obvious limbs, just kind of floating after you. You can't see any form of body, but you do see under the shadow of the brim of a Stetson hat, two glowing red eyes, and it is familiar in a way. Like over for the past couple months, you've seen it kind of in the corner of your vision, like just out the corner of your eyes. You'll catch a glimpse of it, but it's never been obvious enough that you've actually made note of it.
Huh.
Sometimes it's better not to ask for whom the bell tolls, for it tolls for you, Mr. Dawson.
I'm pretty good at ring bells.
She kind of chuckles. It will have to catch up with you eventually, but for now, if you move forward or, just open a portal back to the overworld, you can just leave this place. You just have to sacrifice someone. In order to travel between the worlds, the veil must be thinned.
He kind of just seems to stew and drop the subject.
So, you said there's some kind of test that we were gonna have to do.
In your world, I think it's currently referred to as Death Valley, but here it's the Valley of Shades. As long as you keep moving forward, you will be fine, but it serves a purpose. It serves to test you while also presenting you with what could have been. It wants you to stay.
So, we need to keep moving forward to pass this test or whatever, because it wants us to stay.
Yes, you will. It's not a test as much as it will test you. There are other ways around, but this is point A to point B through the valley is the fastest way to where you wish to be.
All right, well, she's gonna look at Samuel. Let's go get your family back.
He kind of takes a deep breath and just kind of nods at you and looks to the spirit to guide.
The Magdalena extends her hands in a come this way motion, allowing you all to step into the valley. Sid is the first one through. As soon as her foot touches the shadow cast by the valley, she is consumed by the shadow and disappears.
The shadow ate my body.
You blink and you are behind your bar, looking across the station lovingly at your husband, who's never left your side. He looks up at you and he laughs that familiar gentle laugh that you haven't heard in years, and he says, well, that is one hell of a story, Sid. And he said, Emerson told that to you? They have the strangest stories, but I'm glad you're back home safe, though.
Is there a roll I need to make to know if this is real or not? Or, do I believe that this is real too?
It feels about as real as, anything that's happened in these past couple months. But if you could roll me give me a spirit roll.
I was gonna say, but I know my husband is dead and he shouldn't be here, right?
Do you?
I don't like
What proof do you have? Have you seen a dead body?
Do you know you've seen a dead body?
a dead body.
When did the dreaming start?
I got one success.
One success is a success. You notice that Liam's drinking vodka when you've only ever known him to drink whiskey.
Gotcha. Sid's gonna look at him and so distracting. Sid's gonna look at him and look at the drink. When did you start drinking vodka?
Vodka, my love. I only ever drink whiskey. And when you look back down at his glass, it's brown liquid again. Well, it's brown liquid like it should be.
Thank you for taking the time to enjoy our show. If you liked what you heard, why not tell your friends, or hit the like button. If you loved it, or have ways we can improve, leave a comment on the episode, or a review to help us get out to more ears. I'm always looking for feedback to improve the show. Speaking of feedback, you could also send that to apairofdicelost on Twitter, or apairofdicelost@gmail.com. The theme music for this game is Born Barnstormers by Brian Boyko, used under a Creative Commons license. And finally, for making it this far, why don't you go ahead and refill all your bennies for the week?
Right.
Yeah, don't get consumed in this mist. We've only got 5 bullets and there's 6 of them.
Good times.
Never mind.
Someone has deflection on. I don't think they get a bullet.
Oh no.
It's my turn to kick John in the...
Now, Craig, you kind of fucked us last time, buddy, but I'm going to give you a second chance.
I'm not. I stand
You only
firm.
get one shot.
You know, what if you had one shot?
One opportunity.
You think you'd take it? Or just let it slip by?
Guys, leave him alone. He's got vomit on his sweater already.
I think that might be drool, but yeah.
No, it's mom's spaghetti.
I did have some mom spaghetti.
Was it your mom or was it Jamie's mom?
My mom. I'm at my house.
You
No,
sound
it's
so
fine.
depressed saying that.
That's why I said I'm sorry.
Me too.
You see the mist rolling out into the, I don't know what that's called. What's the front yard of a
Outside?
church? Yeah.
I
Probably the front yard of a church.
Of a church?
don't know. I don't. Is there a term for that?
Nah, Christianity's way too pretentious to just call it a front yard of a church.
A courtyard?
Maybe. Like, I feel like that's, like, on the inside. Who
Courtyard
knows?
is not on the inside of it. It's usually like the thing that's right up front. There's usually like a statue and a fountain.
Is this something specific to like cathedrals?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just going to bug me.
Okay.
Parvice.
A parvis or parvice, yeah.
It's an open space in front of and around a cathedral or church, especially when it's surrounded by either colonnades or porticos.
Ooh, porticos. Yes, that is exactly the word that I'm looking for.
Google is your friend.
Yep.
Told you there'd be a pretentious word for it. Oh,
People were bored in the Middle Ages.
Let's not hate too much on religion on the podcast.
I can. It's my religion.
Okay.
What's the name of it again?
Portico?
Nah.
Parvis, Christianity. What are you referring to?
The Parvi. Yeah.
You enjoy editing this, bud.
Yeah, I will. It's going to be real easy because I'm going to...
The elite?
Yeah. Just snap. Now I've got to remember what Bone Daddy was.
The unforgiving life of the DM.
There it is.
It's Valerie, not Val's full name.
Valerie is 100% Val's full name. What's her name? Valentine?
Yeah, Dr. Delilah Valentine.
All right. Fucking whatever. I don't know when this change was made.
Dude, it's been written in the notebook since day one.
Yo, well, maybe you should put your full name on there.
Nobody else knows her as Delilah.
That's why I put Rory for the LARP. I don't put, like, Aurora on there, so I don't want people fucking know what her full name is.
Yeah, none of the characters in the game are supposed to know, like, she's Delilah Valentine. It's just Doc or Val, or Doc Val.
I'd like to point out, though, that's not the first time he's called Valerie, and you didn't call him out the first time. I've been
didn't notice.
And he called you Valerie in, I think, the second, or for, like, in one of the other episodes, or earlier in this specific game, like, session.
Oh,
I've heard Valerie at least once before.
I mean, it's fine. Don't worry. This isn't the first time that this happened. I apparently fucked up what Ricky's actual name was when the boss came to town. It was like, "This is your name," and then the Day of Secrets happens, and Tyler's like, "Actually, it's this name."
Ricky
And I'm like,
Taki.
"You son of a bitch! I called you Ricky Maru."
But yeah,
Riki Tiki Tabby.
It's fine. It's Valerie in the notes for now.
How does healing work in this game, Cody? I've never been injured before.
Nope. I don't like it.
And that's where I'm going to call the session for the night.
No.
Damn
I
it.
gotta think about that for like ever.
Yay.
Oh, you know what else you got to think about? What your husband's name is.
We already know. It's
Yeah,
William, but he's called Liam.
Oh, when did we figure that out?
Really angry.
Before all of you guys got on.
Oh, okay.
Because we were like, he's got to nick the wrong name again.
Just like Cassidy goes by Sid instead of Cass, he's William and he goes by Liam instead of Will.
Stupid. What a dumb name.
You're just jealous.
I feel like I did a lot of talking sessions.
To be fair, it's kind of your story. A lot of the times I was kind of looking to you for guidance because I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Okay, I didn't want to, like, not give other people a chance to do stuff.